Alright, what is going on everybody? It is Tristan, and today in this video what I got going on for you guys, I do want to discuss how you all can find more in-demand sneakers in 2023 and really start getting those shoes, you know, the new releases, start getting those ones in and other ones that people will want to buy from you. Basically, if you're a reseller or someone that just, you know, maybe has a personal collection, you're like, man, the sneakers I want are in demand. How can I find a little bit of better deals on them, or, you know, get these for retail? So that's really what this video is going to be about, is kind of showing y'all some steps to that and kind of how y'all can improve your resale game, kind of scale it up. So if y'all want more content like this, feel free to, you know, subscribe and like, check any of my Instagrams down below. Those will be in the comments. Let's try to like 200 likes on this video. That'd be great. Just again, lets me know that y'all want more content like this. And that's it. Really pretty simple intro. I don't kind of say too much more other than if y'all want to check Hype Labs out down below, go follow our Instagram, Twitter, do any of that. We have a little giveaway maybe coming on the Twitter very soon. So, you know, stay tuned there. We recently gave away a pair of gray fogs in the group. So if y'all want to go join the group, see what we offer. Again, we can help you get more in-demand sneakers and those types of things. Have botters run items for you, teach you how to buy. So if you're interested in that, check us out down below in the description. Join that waitlist and see everything we offer on the site. But that's it. Let's get started. So the first main thing, and this is really one of the main things I noticed when I stepped away from the sneaker game for a little bit, and this was a while ago, like I've been in the loop for a while now, but staying in the loop is my first tip, because this is really what will determine a lot of the time whether you're getting sneakers or not, is do you know what's going on right now in the game? Because that tends to be what helps you find like good sneaker holds, right? Is just kind of understanding what people want right now, kind of seeing what Nike is dropping, knowing what's coming up. That can help you kind of prepare, and that's what I'm mainly explaining right now, is preparation is super important for these releases, knowing when they drop, so you can kind of have a game plan. And that's why, again, joining something like a group could be useful, since you're pretty much constantly in the loop with that. You know, just keep your Discord noties on and you'll be knowing about drops, when they happen, leaks, things like that. It's very useful because, again, that prep time is something you want to have, because if you're just prepping for a drop the night before, you might not get all the pairs you want to, or the morning of, then you might be unprepared. You might miss a location that'll be very easy for manual users, stuff like that. And also, it's just kind of nice to know, you know, when dates are for certain drops. So you can kind of have your money ready, different things like that. So that's one of the first tips I have, kind of a shorter one. And also, like, what I mean by staying in the loop is like following your local Hibbett, your local Foot Locker, because you know your local Hibbett store does make, they usually have an Instagram page, so make sure you follow their Instagram page, because they'll tend to post about like stuff they'll have in stock or restocks, things like that, in their store. And you know, if you're close to that location, then you might be able to start cooking that, you know, store locally, getting to know the employees a little better. So that's really one of the first things I have, is, you know, following those local skate shops you have, following those local Hibbett stores that you have, if you have any, and really just, you know, in your local area, follow some resellers, follow some of those sneaker leak pages, you know, that like post updates, things like that. So just one of the first things I want to mention, staying in the loop, very important when it comes to hitting more drops, because the more that you know is going on around you, then the better chance you got at getting something that's good. So I recommend that. So follow that local Hibbett, local Foot Locker, anything you can with a local page, local resellers, local resale shop even, because sometimes they'll post deals, sneaker leak pages, so you know what's coming up. You can have your money ready for drops. Very important. And the second tip I have is expanding the locations you buy from. I've mentioned this in a lot of videos, but OfferUp, Mercari, Instagram, eBay, really any of those local places are, or not local places, because, you know, eBay and OfferUp, those are kind of like, you know, online, but those places you can find deals. And the first thing and first tip I have is always legit check. You guys need to make sure you are legit checking these pairs, because, you know, the eBay authenticity guarantee is, it's not always right. That's all I'll say. But basically, make sure always, you know, kind of taking a second look at these pairs, comparing with some pictures online of legitimate pairs, you know, comparing mainly the tags. That's the most important thing, not like the shape of the sneaker, stuff like that, but comparing the tags of the sneaker, like the inside tags, and even sometimes the toe box. That's one of the more comparable sections you can really check of the sneaker to see if it's real or not, is that section right there, and just seeing kind of if it shapes up, even kind of like back by the heel. I usually don't like going with the shape of the sneaker. I usually just, again, like looking at the official tags and seeing if they match up with like a real pair. But again, second piece of advice I have, expanding your buying locations. And if you're using OfferUp, any of these, you know, meetup apps or places where you could potentially, you know, meet up with somebody locally, make sure you're doing it in a public place, not at like your house or something, and do it with somebody. Don't do it solo. And if you are going to do it solo, be ready. And then also do not do it in like some private place or like at their house. That's just not a good idea. And I don't recommend that, because it just, there's no safety for you there. There's nothing you can really do if you get caught up. So you got to do it in somewhere public where other people are going to see it too, if, you know, something goes down. Because if you aren't going to say something, someone else will. So there you go. That's why you should do it in public. If something happens, you never know what can happen. So that's why I prefer public versus private. And the third one I got right here is checking your local outlets. Now for Nike, even clearance stores, thrifting, stuff like that, always check those local places and clearance locations, because sometimes you can find, an occasional good deal, especially with Nike outlets. I mean, they got the return racks like 30% off or 35% off, and then you can stack that 30 or 35% off with the 15%, in-store Nike discount you get for a new Nike account. If you have a new Nike account in your phone, you can go to like the reward section on it, and you get another 15% off. So you can get 45% off a sneaker in store, and there's a lot of potential brick flips you can make right there between Air Maxes. All you got to do is really just go to the return rack section, look at StockX, and then be like, all right, I got 45% off. Let's see what I can make money off, and you will make some easy bread doing that starting out there at the outlet. So kind of a free piece of advice I got. We have an in-store stock checker too for Nike outlets. So if that's something you're interested in within Hype Labs, check us out on our waitlist down below. You can kind of see what pairs at your outlets, things like that. We can give you some tips, piece of advice, for checking in store. Again, on our Twitter, I'll try and pop it up like right here. We had some amazing success recently in store. So we never sleep on the in-store stock checker. It can really benefit you, and that's again one of the main things. Oh, homie's yelling. The dog must have did something. They got a dog, and to say the least, cute dog, but things happen with it. Dogs are messy sometimes, if that makes sense. But just kind of another one I have is checking those outlets, because again, with 45% off, you can make a lot of money. So really take that into account, that 30% off discount you'll have for the return rack section, and then that extra 15% off you can have. I mean, shoot, I haven't done that yet, and I still need to go do that at my local, outlet here in Charleston, because they had Cherry 11s, not long ago, and I was like, using those with a discount? I should have done that. I should have gone, to say the least. I mean, they were at outlets. I mean, that would have been a cook, But my final tip I have right here, or not my final tip, I got more tips here, but just another one I wanted to mention right there is checking your outlets, using those discounts. Again, our in-store stock checker that we got in the group, we got it for Foot Locker locations also, so y'all can check that all out if you're interested. But another tip, this is very important, is knowing when to buy and kind of like the proper timing for these releases. Now, let me give a couple examples. So for Jordan 4s, I'll wait maybe like 1-2 weeks, because they usually take a little bit longer to go up, like 6 to 8 months, 10 months. You really wait a good amount of time before you buy into Jordan 4s and kind of look at them as holds. But when it comes to some of these other sneakers, for example, Black Phantoms, those you have plenty of time, because those are mainly a long-term one. There was a lot of stock for them. So some of these you really just have to look at how they perform the first couple weeks, and that'll really tell you how much time you have. If it's flat for the first couple weeks, then you probably got some time, like a couple more months. But then if it's like kind of slowly going up those first couple weeks, like right after the drop, like Lost and Founds, it just starts going up. That's a great hold for the future. It's not going to really slow down anytime soon. And then if it just hasn't made any progress, it's dropping, you got plenty of time, especially if it's on a hyped model and it's dropping after its sneakers release. You have a lot of time to buy into that one, because it will go back up eventually, but it's going to take a good amount of time. And an example of something like that is the Black Phantom Travis Scott Jordan 1 low. Still a good hold, but going to take a lot of time before we see some real progress on it. So that's just kind of how I'm feeling about that one. So another tip I have is knowing when to buy. And you can always ask me, in the group, if y'all are in there, kind of about when to buy a certain shoe. I'm going to start doing some personalized hold or sell calls. Like we have a hold or sell section, but that's like I'm going to start doing some more calls that people want on certain shoes. Like people can ask me in the comments, and then I'll kind of make like our little write up of it. So just another tip I have right there. But again, you can usually a safe time to wait for most sneakers before you really buy into them is 2-3 weeks. That's the usual amount of time you can wait before you buy a sneaker, and really, for a personal, anything like that. Except unless it's something like the Lost and Founds, one of the most hyped sneakers of the year, where I had talked for months as one of the most hyped shoes, then yeah, you really don't got to worry about it too much. You usually have your time. So just one tip I have, 2-3 weeks, wait some time, and really analyze the sneaker before you buy into it fully. Really check how people are feeling. Ask your friends that maybe aren't into sneakers. If they think it's weird, then maybe look into it twice. Because I asked my friends about like the Midnight Navies, stuff like that, like other pairs that were, kind of like random ones coming up. I was like, what do you think about these back home, like in Charlotte? And, they were like, oh, these are all right. They're not really into shoes. And, they would let me know their opinions. And that's how, like, I based off a lot of my recent holds. It's just them kind of letting me know what's good, what's not. Because if the average person likes it, then, prices go up. And my final tip I have, number 5 right here, is a cook group. If you guys do not know what a cook group is, it basically is a group that kind of helps you stay in the loop more with sneakers, discount links, things like that. And that's one of the main things I had kind of discussed a little bit at the start right there. My CG I run with my friend right there. Shout out Drew. If y'all want to go check that down below in the description right there. Basically, some of the stuff we offer backdoors, under market deals. Don't forget the daily steals I do within the group, so people can cop those under market pairs on a daily basis. Some of the people that win those, I try to do those every day. We had some Cherry SBs, Pure Platinum Platinum Dunks, Blue Raspberry SBs, Jordan 4 Midnight Navies. Those are all examples of recent pairs this week. So it's been a very solid week for deals. I'm going to keep trying to improve and, you know, get more SBs for people. And then also we can teach you how to bot, have botters cop items for you. There's a lot more things. And again, the website will kind of help explain that if y'all want to check that out down below. But that's how you kind of, you know, can stay in the loop more with the group, have more success, is because we really help you with that. That's what we do. We help you get more success, get more items for discounted prices. And one of my guarantees we have is when you join the group, you will learn something new. So if y'all want to join the group, learn something new about the game that can help you profit, check that out in the description and get in that waitlist. And another tip I have also, that I thought this was going to be my final tip, but I forgot to mention this. I've discussed this in past videos, but don't try and blow this up too much. I know there's already videos out there on YouTube with like a couple 100,000 videos mentioning this, so this is like already kind of like, I guess, blown up a little bit. But Sneaker Dunk, if y'all haven't checked that out, again, feel free to use my invite code. I think y'all get like $5 off a purchase if y'all, you know, use this code right here. Like, you know, you just sign up with it if you haven't made an account. Basically what Sneaker Dunk is, it's 100% legit. It's based out of Japan, and you know, they sometimes tend to have a lot of SBs and different sneakers under market. Like if you just go look up, you know, some of your favorite ones, for example, Phillies SBs, even Blue Raspberry Cherry SBs. Like there's a lot of different Nike SB products and Jordan 4 products that are fairly under market, even like the black canvases a little bit. So y'all can go check this out. But the thing is that the shipping costs tend to be pretty expensive. I mean, I'm trying to find a way to get like $20 discount codes, and then I'll add that into the group. But I think that's like way in the past, so I'm still trying to figure that out. But if I can, then we got a good thing on the way. But just another app I thought I would mention to you guys. You can use that $5 off code, and then, you know, maybe find something that you'll like for, you know, a little bit under market. But shipping tends to be expensive on the app, so I usually tend to avoid it, but still nice. But that's really it right there. Again, if y'all want to check my Instagrams, any of that down below, feel free to check that out in the description. And I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Subscribe and like for more. Like goals 200. I know I've already said that. And again, if y'all want to check us out down below in the description, feel free to check Hype Labs out. Start getting in the loop more, copping more sneakers for retail price or under market. That's really what we do, so you guys can resell or, you know, get pairs for your personal collection at a lower price. That's, again, one of our main features. So I appreciate you guys. I'm Tristan. Thank you all. And hopefully I will catch you on the next video soon. Peace.